Congress recently passed the Taylor Force Act, named after a U.S. citizen who was murdered by a Palestinian terrorist here in Israel. The law prevents U.S. aid to the Palestinian Authority if they continue the practice of paying convicted terrorists and their families. It's a policy called pay to slay. The new law sends a strong message to the Palestinian Authority, but they may not be heeding the message. When the Taylor Force Act became law, Congress expected the Palestinian Authority to get the message. CBN News spoke by phone with Congressman Doug Lamborn, who introduced the legislation to the House of Representatives.
It says a strong signal that we're not going to stand by when they take U.S. taxpayer dollars and turn around and give it to terrorists who have murdered innocent people.
Yet PA President Mahmoud Abbas ignored any signs, blatantly refusing to honor the new law, even though it could mean millions in lost aid.
في شغله بدأ انه الامريكان بيقولوا لنا عليها انه احنا بنوقفها وهي رواتب الشهداء واسر. طبعا نحن نرفض هذا رفضا قاطعا ولا لا نقبل باي حال من الاحوال انه حد يمس اسر الاسرى والجرحى والشهداء. هدول اولادنا وهدول اهلنا وهدول بنتشرف فيهم بنضل ندفع لهم قبل الاحياء.
The Palestinians are taking a hard line and they are defying the U.S. We should stop every single penny that goes to them until they change their policy.
Rewarding terrorists and their families has been built into the fabric of Palestinian society as well as its budget for decades. According to the Meir Amit Intelligence Center, this year is no different. For 2018, the Palestinian Authority still allocated about $360 million, or 7% of its budget, for this practice. The PA has budgeted this amount of money for the past 6 years. In the past, the PA disguised the sources of those payments. Now the funds are openly included in the 2018 budget, a move some interpret as clear defiance. Itamar Marcus of the Palestinian Media Watch first reported on payments to terrorists by the PA in 2011.
The great tragedy of, I would say, the last 20 years is that the Palestinian Authority acted like a terror organization. They sent terrorists to kill Israelis. They rewarded them.
Lamborn hopes other nations will follow the U.S. lead.
We would strongly hope that other countries would follow our lead, just as we hope they follow our lead in other areas like moving the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
If the international community united says to the Palestinians, if you act like a terrorist, you're not going to get our money, you'll be treated like a terrorist, I think that could have a very good long-term effect on changing the way the Palestinian Authority behaves.